So my three pearls that I did or talked about in my paper was how she talked about and stressed the importance of making it look like the first time whenever you're doing a performance, no matter how many times you've done the performance already, just making sure that it looks natural and like it's the first time. And then my second pearl was about how the actor must believe in the action that they're portraying to the audience so that the audience can see that you believe it and then they'll believe it too. And then the third one was whenever you're acting to evoke certain emotions from previous experiences so you can express those emotions on your face and in your reactions and everything you do while acting that
Trying
scene.
to keep it real and like kind of forgetting what you're looking for, or like not forgetting what you're looking for, but forgetting like where you're gonna find it eventually, even though like you've practiced it over and over again. Kind of suspend that knowledge. And then my second one was like when she said to look thoroughly in the hiding places, because your like character doesn't know that it's not going to be in there. That character is going to look through that even though it's not in there. And then the third one was to like remain spontaneous, like if something feels natural at the time, but like it wasn't exactly what I rehearsed, but for some reason it feels like it's what would happen in that scenario, then to just go with it. And she used a cool phrase. It was, give free rein to your psychological responses, allows them to take you in new ways. So I thought that was
I didn't feel like she explained very well how to sort of forget what was coming next, because I have some trouble with that. Okay. And so I feel like maybe I didn't quite understand it as well as I could have.
Well, that's good. Who wants to comment on that?
Don't anticipate the next movement. Like if you're looking for something, you don't know what's going to happen next, like in real life.
It's kind of like she's the whole thing where she's saying do it from like moment to moment. Don't really focus on like, oh, I need to forget where it is. It's more just like, okay, I'm at this moment right now. Maybe it's in here, and not think about like, oh.
The actor should be like well prepared for the scene already, so he should be focusing on what lines comes next, because that like should be able to like come naturally. So kind of like immersing your thoughts as the character instead of as an actor. Like, oh, what does my character do next? It's like, what do I do next? So that can kind of help. It's not very specific.
Well, I think it's a struggle that everybody goes through because, first of all, it's like you're kind of nervous going in public, sometimes. And second of all, it's something like everybody's kind of like, oh, I have to get this performance like right, and you're thinking like step by step, and it's something I do too, because there's people who are like think like step by step, but I think it's somebody everybody struggles with. And it's just about making
that she was
real.
saying whenever you miss it, like when you're looking for an object, you have to make it to where you have like an attachment towards it, and so it's really important to you, and so while you're acting you have to present that to the audience that it's important, so like through your emotions and actions you have to like display that
and make sure that the object is really important to you, it has meaning to you, because like your reaction towards it like really shows, because if it's like a penny, I mean you can find a penny somewhere else, but if it's like something that your grandma gave you that's really important and she like passed away or something, then you have a stronger attachment to it, it shows more, like you care about it.
Sometimes you're really angry and then you calm down a little bit, and then you're really angry again and then you're okay, and then
or when you saw that object. And then to direct your full attention, focus on that one thing that you're trying to find. And then third one, to put emotional meaning behind everything you do to make it more realistic and believable, so that your stakes are high whenever you lose something, you really want to find it, and so you're really frantic about looking for it.
Okay, so for my first one, I put for how she said forgetting everything except what's needed at that moment, so kind of just like focusing on what is my character doing right now, or like what should I be doing right now at this moment. It kind of like puts more like organic feel to it? Is it just like, okay, this is how I think I
Or
would
pretty much what everyone else said, just that you need to like let your emotions come and like accept them and act on a moment to moment. But I was looking back over through the papers, and it's kind of going off what Alexis said about how like your performance when you're looking for something is going to be interspersed with periods of seeming normalcy. So I thought that was like really interesting to see that again, because yesterday when we were writing down like examples we could use and like trying to start thinking about what we could do for a performance, I was trying to like think of the emotions that like how I would be feeling, and when like I know when I perform I always think I have to be like really emotional, like either happy or like angry or like crying or something, but like it's okay to like